Do you see it? At 11th of April 2023, I hit 300 hours of playtime in a game. To most, it wouldn't mean much, but to me, it means a monumental and a meaningful milestone in my life. I've been alive for 24 years, my Steam account for 11 years, and I have over 100 games and simulators alike in my Steam library and other launchers. Yet, not a single one that crosses that 300-hour mark. That one unimportant game that has no goal or levels or direction seems to have taken me by a storm. The game where it's just you, your world, and made-up ghosts that haunt it. It happened while I was preparing a scene for a future video. My game crashed, and then I happened to see it. I am the type to look at meaningless stuff like playtime and romanticize it extremely. I just started to think, what was so special about Garry's mod? So let's take a look into the man who started it all. JB55, who made a mod back at 2004 that would later be the inspiration for Garry's mod. JB mod was a small, simple mod that allowed players to manipulate physics objects in the game as they saw fit. Garry Newman, who was then fascinated by the concept, asked JB's permission to expand upon it in a mod of his own, and release it to the public a mere month after Half-Life 2's release. Both JB mod and Garry's mod had been released in December. The gray zone here, that it was widely accepted that JB mod was the inspiration behind Garry's mod. Yet they both were released at the same time, and Garry Newman was one of the select developers who received early access to the source engine to familiarize himself with it before Half-Life 2's release. But nothing was said about JB receiving the same type of privilege. Maybe he received that privilege when the beta was released, or something else. From 2004 to 2006, Garry's mod had been just a mod, one that cannot exist without the base game, Half-Life 2. But man, did it stir up the hive. A game that had physics was already peak technology at the time, yet here it was, a mod that allowed you to go as far as play with those physics. It was mind-blowing at that time, and not a year later, at 2005, Garry's mod won Mod of the Year. Due to its increasing popularity, Garry's mod was also expanded upon even more, receiving updates oftenly and eventually becoming its own standalone game at 2006. But that wasn't the only reason Garry's mod is special. Garry's mod is less of a game. It has, over the years, become a platform for everyone and everything, a medium of some sort. If you bought Garry's mod, what you've essentially bought is a lifetime worth of potential that not even Minecraft can offer. 19 years later, it is still breaking its limits, and I'm not talking about just update-wise.
Welcome home.
Garry's mod has over 1,500,000 add-ons you can add to it via the Steam Workshop, and that's just counting the official ones. You wouldn't be able to go through it all even if you spent years, as more mods are created almost daily by a dedicated and hard-working community of modders and players that just won't stop loving the game. Not only people made entirely free campaigns that you can download and play for free in the game, or ported every single weapon from every single game ever made, has a VR mod, and someone even created Beat Saber in its entirety in it. Might as well just call it Garry's Legal Piracy mod. And even if you didn't download a lot of mods or wasn't that into it, somehow it compelled you to stay and just create some shenanigans on your own and play God as you see fit. Garry's mod is a game that was born out of fun, love, and curiosity. A game that is, to this day still, is nurtured with those same feelings by its creators and its community. The goal of it, if it ever existed, didn't matter. That nothingness, that empty space with no clear direction on where to go, is the goal. Whether you take a step or stay still, every space and every action in this game is filled to the brim by the love and care of the people. In this sense, GM construct and maps alike were always haunted. And that is why I think Garry's mod is so special. Because I believe it was those feelings that kept me hooked. Those feelings that gave meaning to that goalless, free-spirited game.